Welcome back to my channel, I'm Hannah and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the apartment build series. Also, for future series, what would you guys prefer? Would you prefer less parts and longer videos in the series, or would you prefer more parts and shorter videos? Let me know. I've been trying to work out what's best and I'm not quite sure, so yeah, just let me know.
Okay, so now we're on to the second apartment, and we are starting with the bedroom apparently, but I'm pretty sure that I give this up in like 2 minutes because it wasn't going how I wanted it to, so I had a little tantrum, and then came back to it later. Uh, but maybe I've edited it so no one knows about my tantrum and I'm just outing myself right here, right now. But we'll see, I guess. Yeah, no, I did have a tantrum. So onto the kitchen. The reason that I chose to do this apartment in the style that I'm doing it is because I wanted it to be like really contrasting to the band apartment across the hall from them, because like I was just imagining the kind of Sims and like, I mean, I'm gonna sound like a book talk girly right now, but like almost like sort of the opposites attract enemies to lovers vibe of like she's this crafty pastel girly who hates her neighbors for making so much noise and disturbing her, but then eventually there's like some love story or something. But obviously that's not how The Sims works, so I'm sure whoever downloads this, if anyone does, you'll probably do something horrendously chaotic with it. So enjoy making, like, I don't know, some sort of like episode-esque like mafia story, if anyone used to be sad enough to play episode like I was when I was like 12, I'm gonna say. But yeah, we were all reading reading fan fictions and playing episode, right? Was it just me? I mean, I feel like so far in this entire series I'm just exposing everything about my teenage self, and all of the embarrassing things I did. I mean, some of it maybe I'll be able to keep to myself, but who knows? Because apparently I'm incapable of keeping any of my own secrets. Okay, so doing this kitchen took forever because I don't know why I decided I was like, oh, I need to do like a light wood vibes with the pastel aesthetic, but I chose the wood in the kitchen that was like that is like one of the hardest swatches in my opinion to match to anything else that's not from that set. Don't know why I did that to myself, but I made it work in the end, and if there's anything that doesn't look quite like it matches, you didn't see anything. Moving on to the dining area, we're using the same blue that every like 10-year-old girl had on her bedroom wall when she was finally given the choice to decorate her own bedroom, and then it was there until they were probably about 20. In some cases, unless you're like me and you and your mum have an obsession with decorating the house, and so you have redecorated it multiple times, and your mum had to work out how to paint over that awful blue and a lime green on the other walls at the same time. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's focus on the build. I'm pretty sure I changed this any second because the chairs looked weird. They looked like my reference image, but they didn't look how I wanted them to look. Um, but as always with any of my builds, it was just a lot of faffing before I got to the point that I wanted to, and editing out so much of my silly decision making in between times. And yeah, onto the living room where I'm being a perfectionist as always, of deciding exactly which pink I needed, and there was a lot more in between times of this decision making, but lucky for you I edited that out because it took the majority of my recording time to choose which pink wallpaper out of the many that there are, because apparently that really matters when everything else is going to be pink, blue, and yellow anyways. Like, I don't know why I was so stressed about it, but we move. And then I used this couch from is it the Paranormal pack? I think it could be. But I really like this couch. Who am I? That sounds so American. Sofa from the Paranormal pack, and I've never used this little round chair before, but I think it actually looks really cute with this setup. And right now, I feel like it just looks like a random collection of furniture, but I swear it is. It's gonna come together. Just trust the process, guys. I feel like I'm just yapping non-stop, and this is going to be so tiring for people to listen to. um, I mean, I barely stop for breath at this point. Included a little bit more than I thought I did of choosing a rug, which apparently I thought that was really important to look at the 7 different rugs I tried. Um, and then onto the bathroom. I had a much better plan for this bathroom. Um, I wanted to do like multicolored pastel tiles in the shower cubicle bit, but unfortunately there are limitations to what I can do in The Sims without downloading custom content, and I have banned myself from downloading custom content for the last, I don't know, I don't know how many years, but a long time, since I switched over from Sims 3 to Sims 4, because my old laptop did not survive the amount of custom content that I downloaded, and probably viruses from the Sims Resort. I don't know why I started going for this layout in the bathroom originally with like squishing every bit of furniture together, but as you can see, I rectified that pretty quickly because it looks very silly for it all to be squished together and then just a blank wall of space. Yeah, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I really like that bath from the Life and Death expansion pack, but I feel like it's just too much in this room for what I was going for. But I'm sure in future builds I will make an excuse to probably use everything from the Life and Death pack because I am obsessed with the furniture that came with that. I'm probably the most happy with this bedroom out of like the whole apartment. Like I'm really happy with how everything came out, but this is my favourite, definitely. Um, and yeah, I don't know if it looks kind of childish with like the pink, blue, and yellow everywhere, but I really like it. I think it's cool, and it's like out of what I would like. It's very different than what I would usually do, and so I guess because it's got more of a theme to it, like than just nice house. It's I think maybe it's kind of easier when you've got like a strict theme um, across the whole apartment. I don't know why, but this bedroom is kind of giving like fake YouTube set bedroom from like the 2014 DIY girlies. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like that, like the fact that they had the most colourful bedrooms and then they put the oversaturation to the highest level they possibly could on their cameras and their editing software. Um, um, and then they've all revealed as TikTok was banned recently, they all revealed that it was all fake. um, I wonder what Bethany Motor's doing these days. That Hannah, that's not important. Can we just get on with do the audio you're supposed to be doing? Let's not talk about Bethany Motor. I mean, I'm sure she's great. I feel like I went a little bit more salmon and kind of muted in this room than like the pastel pink, but like there's still the pastel pink vibes. But I do think that the colours in this room are slightly different than the rest of the house. But I'm happy about that because like I, I, I don't want it to be too samey, but at the same time I want it to be themed. And so choosing all of the many plants, because that's how you fill any space you don't know where to put something on Sims, is just shove a plant in the corner. I really wish that you could put some of the mirrors in corners, like the ones that have to snap to a wall. I just wish you could put them on an angle in a corner, so then you could choose between having one of those ones or the ones with the stands. And I know that, like, the physics of that doesn't work, but this is a fictional game, so let me put my mirrors in the corner. And now we face one of the greatest joys of playing The Sims and building in The Sims, is that even though it looks like it should be the same wood swatch from the same pack, it's not, because the lighting looks weird and now it looks like an entirely different wood swatch. And so you just have to kind of make it work and stop arguing with yourself about it. This is where I realised that I have almost left an entire room's worth of space without having planned what I was going to put there. So quickly, or as quickly as I can whilst I'm recording, I was like, okay, let's build this little office sort of study area in here, and just try and make it look intentional. I don't think when I was building this, though, I intended to out myself, but I have a problem with being too honest, I guess. Originally, I had no idea what I was going to do with this little spare room. I had kind of thought like it's a good size to fit like a baby or a toddler room into, but then I was like, I don't want to impose that on this girl that I've made up in my head that's gonna live here. Like, that doesn't seem like something that she might vibe with. So who knows? Maybe she's got her own private dressing room. Maybe she's an influencer. This is her filming room. Like, you don't know this woman, even though you made her up entirely in your head, Hannah. So in fact, you do, but you just decided she's childless right now. And maybe in future she can redo it into a kid or a toddler room or something. I don't know if this purple chair stands out too much, but I like it. Um, but then I typically do a lot of like deeper tones, so I'm not used to having so many bright colours at once, and it's so stressful. And we are just about finishing up with everything now, so let's get into the screenshots.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the pastel apartment of everyone's dreams, and stay tuned for part 3.